Yo, 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 welcome back to another episode of the post game. I am here with my boy Elijah,
Eli NYC.
here my boy Freddie,
What's good?
and today we're talking about week 2 of the NFL. I know we happy to have it back. Are y'all?
Oh yeah,
Of course.
we love it. It's football.
Yeah, it's been a long off season, but I'm glad we're back for week 2. It's been a good week for some teams, a bad week for some other teams.
Yeah.
but but we'll get into that at one point. But the first game we're talking about today is the New York Giants versus the Washington Football Team. I think this is an NFC East, right? NFC East, division game. Am I right? No.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
easy.
NFC East division game. These two teams are trying to make a run for it. Like, it's funny, the score was 30-29. For Washington Football Team to say that they have like a really good, defensive line and that they can, have a really good pass rush, they let up 29 points against the Giants. I get it's a division game, but at the same time, you gotta put your foot down.
Exactly.
How y'all feel about it?
Like it's crazy. Like I've always been a fan of Tyler Heineke.
Yeah.
And watching him play, it kind of, he had 300 yards and stuff, but it didn't like totally impress me with some of the throws he was making.
Where did he play?
Yeah, like you said, what?
Where did he play?
So, like what school he went to?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he went to Old Dominion. I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Yeah. But he's been in the league for kind of a little good minute. He bounced around, All I can remember, I mainly remembered him from the Panthers because he was like, I think, the third-string quarterback. Then he had to play, and, he never really totally impressed me. But, it was a pretty solid game, first start and whatnot. So it really surprised me. I really thought the Giants had that game.
Yeah. I didn't know he was that old, honestly. Like, I didn't think he was and I thought he was like 1 or 2 or maybe 3-year vet.
Oh no, he's been hopping around team to team.
Huh. That's crazy. Yeah, looking at some replays, like those balls you're throwing aren't really good balls.
Exactly.
Some are really high, and just some are just not like in the vicinity of the receiver. But it's funny. I don't know. Washington, they're 1-1 now. Giants should be 1-1. They should have won this game.
Yeah.
I like what I'm seeing from Darren Jones, though.
I am too. The only concern is just that offensive line, man. It's just.
I think for all teams with like a quarterback who is like projected to be good, that's always a problem. Is the offensive line.
Yes.
But Jones ran for 95 yards last week.
Yeah. Like he can run. That's
Especially
what people forget about.
the Washington team defense. That was coming.
That's kind of surprising, yeah.
Yeah.
But Heineke threw for 336, 2 touchdowns. He threw the ball almost 50 times this week. Oh, geez.
Yeah. He also threw an interception too.
He did. So
yeah, it was bad. That's the stuff I was talking about. It's just very like I don't know. I need a few more games to completely do my evaluation on him.
Yeah. I think on the offhand though, it's like he's never been a starting quarterback as well.
Yeah.
So he doesn't really know how to sink into that feel of being a starting quarterback. And let's just say this is his first full game starting. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say that's like 1 or 2. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's like you can give him a grain of salt about for not being the best in this first game, but if he can bounce back next game and do a lot better than he did this game, then I think it might be interesting to watch out for that Washington Football Team.
Yeah, I totally agree. So who do they play next week?
They play the
Washington.
The Bills.
The Bills? Ooh, that's an
L.
Yeah, that's tough. That Bills defense, man.
That Bills defense, they stopped Miami to 0 points this week. A shutout at home.
Literally, no point, no field goals. That's hard to do, especially now.
Yeah, you never see that happen anymore.
You just, yeah.
I'm honestly like kudos to them. They looked really well. They really
Yeah.
did. But yeah, next game we'll be talking about New England versus Jets. New England won 35-6.
Ooh, man.
Not 30,
Man.
25-6, 25-6, excuse me.
But still, it's just you can tell the Jets they just have a lot of pieces that they need, and then Mack Jones, he's impressed me so far out of all the rookie quarterbacks in this draft.
You know,
Yeah.
I came into it thinking he was going to be really good though.
Yeah.
22 for 30, 186 yards. Not great, but at the same time,
It's not bad.
Zach Wilson threw 4 interceptions, right? 4.
Man, 3 in the first half too. Yeah,
that's a problem. Like that's a really big problem.
Big problem.
I think it's because of it's an in division game. It's an in division like game and first game was one of those, and he just needs to find his footing. One of the best defensive coaches of all time, Bill Belichick, just read him like a book this day. Like just showed what needed to happen, and they did what they did. Like didn't need it to happen.
Yep. Totally agree.
I do like Zach Wilson though. He throws a really nice ball. But if he needs to, I think he doesn't look at his errors. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how some people will make a mistake and they'll bounce back for it? I think with him, it's like he made a mistake and he kept making them. And it's because like he just didn't know how to switch up. And that could be a problem with coaching as well. But they have listen, I know they'll have the best weapons down there in the Jets. But like I just watched, like he just overthrows his receivers.
Yeah. Totally agree.
You can't really make it far in this league with that. Yeah, how about the Patriots though, man? Oof.
Patriots. People, they're gonna. To me, it's like that's a surprising team that's gonna, make it sneak into the playoffs and maybe the 8th or the 7th. Maybe win the first round.
But what the problem is with the Patriots making it to the playoffs? It's like the Patriots making it to the playoffs is like. That's like a number 1 or 2 team that can make it to the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because of Bill Belichick and because of like how good he is at his job. I'd be afraid if I had meet him in the first round of the playoffs.
If any of those teams, like I feel like they can play with almost everyone in the AFC, right?
Oh,
besides,
yeah.
Well,
except Kansas City and what's the other team? The ones we played last night.
Kansas City,
Ravens.
Ravens
and the Bills as well.
And don't forget about the Raiders too.
Yeah, Raiders been doing good this season.
Are y'all on the Raiders bandwagon already? Are we on?
I'm not on it.
Okay. No, I didn't mean it like that. But do we think they are the real deal?
I mean, they're not looking good, right?
Yeah. I'm on it.
All right.
I'm on it.
They beat the Ravens, and the Ravens beat the Chiefs, and they beat the Steelers. So
yeah,
like they're not beating retire though. You said who?
Big Ben. He needs to be done.
Oh yeah, he's totally washed.
He's done.
Yeah,
totally.
If he comes back next year, he's being selfish.
Yeah, like he's washed because nowadays you need a QB that's going to be like a top 5 QB that's going to take you anywhere.
Yeah, he's
Big Ben is nowhere near that.
Maybe not even top 15 in my opinion.
Exactly. It's just because he's washed. He's out of his prime.
It's like his ego is like taking over. You know how those players who are like, I got 1 or 2 years before I need to retire, and then like retirement comes, and you're like, I can play for another 1 or 2 years. It's like they don't know when to leave when they should have been gone 2 years ago. Type things.
Right. That ego of his need to go because he need to go.
He's washed. Right. But I don't know who they're going to replace him with though. They ain't got much else over there behind them.
I mean, they have Dwayne Haskins, but
garbage.
Yeah. They're gonna have to draft. They're gonna have to draft well.
Yeah, Saints are gonna need something this year as well because we'll talk about that later. But yeah, next game, Broncos, Jacksonville. Jacksonville lost 13-23. Oof. Another L for Trevor Lawrence.
I just think Trevor Lawrence is just a classic rookie QB. That's gonna change. Like he's not gonna always be performing how he's performing. You said he's garbage.
I said this garbage. That's what I didn't say he's garbage. I have my take on him, but I'll let you finish your statement first.
Okay. So basically, because I just think he plays like a rookie quarterback. He's not understand. Like he's not understanding that. Like college is way different than the NFL, right? As of right now, but eventually it'll come.
Okay, so I have a take on Trevor.
Okay.
He played at Clemson, yeah?
Right.
And the problem with like Clemson players, and listen, I get that he's a rookie quarterback, but he was chosen number 1, yeah?
Correct.
So if you're going to get picked number 1, then you need to come into this league ready, regardless of if you're ready or not. And also it's like, Clemson didn't play, they play competition, once, twice a year, maybe?
Right. Yeah.
And it's like they always blew out these small colleges, but whenever like now you get to the NFL, and every team's not an easy team. Every team can beat you.
Exactly.
And so for him to throw 2 interceptions this week, and then for him to throw what was it 3 last week?
Yep.
I think he needs to clean those up because it's 2 games, 5 interceptions. That's not good.
Yeah.
And his numbers, he went 14 for 33, 118 yards. That's not good. That's not NFL ready at all. In all honesty,
I can agree with you on that.
But Broncos look good, man. They're 2-0. Their defense looks insane. Teddy, whew.
So you jumping on the Broncos bandwagon?
No. I like Teddy though. I do like Teddy.
Broncos is a sneaky good team.
Oh yeah, no, really good team. They got a really good corner on the draft. I see they're trying to rebuild, and they started Teddy Bridgewater, which honestly, to me, he still has game. He really does.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah, but 328 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's playing well, man. He is playing really well. But yeah, not much in that game. Just hope Trevor Lawrence gets his act together, man. Hopefully he can get back in form and figures out what he needs to do to become a good quarterback in this league. Because right now he's far from it.
Yeah, well, I can definitely agree with you on it for at this point because 5 interceptions in 2 games, you're the number 1 pick. That's not good at all. I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, I feel like from here you can just go up from here.
100%. Yeah, this is rock bottom. This is rock bottom right here. Yeah,
exactly. So I feel like he can grow. He can watch. He can really watch the past 2 games and be like, okay, I know what I should do. Yeah, exactly, 100%. So he'll get it together, and also and you can't put it all on him because Jacksonville is very bad.
Oh yeah,
I was about to say they don't have a good team. Their offense is not that good now. They still shaky. So
it's really bad. And then Urban Meyer on top of that. Yeah, no.
So I've heard Urban Meyer is just one of those coaches who are very aggressive and yells at you when you're down. He's a college coach,
Right.
I think he needs to understand that this is the NFL and you can't yell at a grown man for no reason.
Exactly.
And even if you're going to yell at him, they're going to look at you and walk away. Because here, you're making millions of dollars, so you need to clean it up, right?
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. Urban Meyer, he might be here a year and a half, maybe 2 years. He might. Yeah, I think he.
I don't know. I feel like he'll do what he does on every other place where he's done with them. He just walks away.
Yeah, and I think he'll do it here as well. He should stay in retirement, if we're being honest.
Actually, 100%. I don't know what made him think he could just come out of retirement
and coach in the NFL.
Exactly. The best level you could possibly coach at.
Yeah. I don't know either. He must have woke up and bumped his head. But
something.
Yeah, next game, Buffalo and the Dolphins. Oof.
Not really too much to say on that.
Oof. I mean, Buffalo's defense and offense looks good, man.
But I do have to say this though. I'm kind of worried about Josh Allen a little bit.
Josh Allen, yes.
A little bit.
He's been playing terrible the past 2 games.
I'm a little worried. That's the thing. I feel like he'll clean it up. And once he does, that team is unstoppable.
But I think he's one of those quarterbacks who are really good at cleaning it up,
Yeah.
I know it's still early. It's still really early in the season. I think players are still trying to find their form. I know coaches and staff are still trying to figure out what works for them and what doesn't work for them and cut all the bad plays off the playbook. But I hope he can find his foot. They won 35-0. Dolphins, I know they lost Tua early in the game, which still you shouldn't get shut out at all. That's just
exactly.
But yeah, I think Dolphins are a team that came to this season like, okay, we could win something. I hope they can go back to that field because they look good. They're a team they have a lot of talent, man. They have they have a lot of talent. But the Bills does as well. And their defense has been growing and their offense is really good. So
O-line still shaky.
Yeah.
And they need to keep. And then another thing is they need to keep trying to use the run game. You see how dominant they look when they got Singletary going. What they like to do, they like to just get away from the run and just pass like 50 times and just run the ball like 3 times.
I think the problem is because you have Stephon Diggs, Emmanuel Sanders, and Cole Beasley is like, if you can establish a good play action, oh my goodness.
Exactly.
They're going to play action with Devin Singletary and Zach Moss. Zach Moss. Woo.
Yep. Woo. Receivers going to be running wide open.
They could be scary, man, for real.
Exactly.
But yeah, I got Bills so my Super Bowl, I think I have the Bills in Super Bowl as well, y'all. I think the Bills can make it.
Really?
They can if their defense can stay really well and healthy. And Josh Allen can clean everything up. I think they can do it. I really do hope. That's my bandwagon team of the year.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it for that game. Next game, San Francisco and the Eagles.
Man, that was defense. Just defense, man.
I think this year defense is trying to open back up, but at the same time you have 35-0 games and blowouts with the Saints.
Yeah.
I don't really want to talk about that, but yeah, but
we'll get to
it. But yeah, Eagles. Jalen Hurts. How do y'all feel about him?
He I see a glimpse of potential with that team, and with Jalen Hurts.
Agreed.
Because everyone before the season started, they were projecting them and the Texans to be the worst team in the league. And that's not the case for either of those teams.
Look at those two teams, man.
In the Eagles, to me, with how they play against the 49ers, they showed me that their defense isn't terrible like people expected it to be.
Yeah, because the Niners have a really good offense.
Yeah.
And they held 17 points, which is incredible.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. So to me, the Eagles, they're going to be a sleeper team that people are going to be like, oh, the Eagles, and then they're going to it's going to be a close game.
Like that easy game on the schedule? Yeah, no, I don't think there'll be that easy game on the schedule anymore.
No, not at all. Not at all. I like Jalen Hurts. I really do.
I do too. I think it was him that I was reading though, something as he was coming out of college. Was it him? I think it was him. It was he's not really good at reading the field. Like he looks at one player and throws it to him.
Yep. Yeah. Yes, that was him.
That was him.
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah, he makes one read and then throws the ball, which is in the NFL you got to be able to make 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 reads in a play. But I really do hope he can get better. He went 12 for 23 against a really good San Francisco team. I was in the last podcast, we were talking, and the NFC West is ridiculous this season.
The best division in football.
Yes, 100%. And it's scary. I think 3 of those teams can make it this year. You remember when the Saints, Falcons, and Carolina all made it that year?
Yes, I agree.
I think 3 of those teams can make it easily.
Easily. And, man, but which 3 is it going to be?
It'll be San Francisco. No, it'll be San Francisco. Okay, I'll say 2 at least. It'll be the Rams and the Cardinals at least. Before the season, I do think so. I think before the season, I said that Seattle will be the worst team in football.
What?
But they look like they found what they needed this offseason, and they're looking really good, aren't they?
Seattle?
Yeah.
They're looking pretty good. The only worry I had was that the loss against the Titans, but
it was overtime. It was one of those after you get the overtime, it's a flip of the coin, man. They didn't capitalize on but I watched that overtime. They didn't capitalize on having the ball. and taking that chance to win the game. So, it might be a point to make.
Yep.
Yeah, but San Francisco, they're 2-0, man. They look really good at this point right now.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, man.
All those teams are just tough. It's just tough.
I am not excited. I don't think our division plays in this year, which is fantastic news for me.
Oh my goodness, fantastic.
But next game, LA Rams and the Indianapolis Colts.
Ooh, I saw some parts of the game.
Yeah,
and the Colts are a pretty good football team.
So
they could have had that game.
A friend of mine is a Colts fan, and he was talking to me about the game. And he was like, first quarter they looked like garbage. Second and third they looked a lot better, like Super Bowl winning team type better. And then the fourth quarter they stunk it up. But if Carson Wentz can stay healthy and get back to his MVP season, it'll be great. But their big problem right now is that their running game is just irrelevant. Jonathan Taylor has had a terrible first 2 games.
He has.
He's on my fantasy team, so I should know this for a fact. He only had 51 passing yards this season. Running yards this week, which is poor for a running back who gets the ball 15 times. You gotta clean that up, man. There needs to be something there. But and then the other one, Matthew Stafford though. How we feel about him? Man. It might have just been the Lions, y'all.
Yo,
it was the Lions. It was.
It was 100%. Like we're witnessing how good Matthew Stafford really is.
He was still doing the same with the Lions. He was making the Lions look good when he was there. So
listen, Cooper Kupp
just with a better team.
Cooper Kupp had 9 receptions, 163 yards,
2 touchdowns.
I've always been a Cooper Kupp fan. He's their number 1 receiver by far, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, he's killing Robert Wood. Yeah.
Hey, I could say is anybody that had him for the fantasy,
me,
gave them points. Oh,
yo, Freddie blew me out this week in fantasy.
200 points.
Blew me out.
Derrick Henry, man.
I've never been beat so bad in my life, man. That was bad. That's ridiculous. But same with them though. Well, listen. So Rams running game doesn't look too good either, but their passing game looks point on.
Yeah,
they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It looks like they've been doing it for years.
Yeah, and it's crazy because Matthew Stafford can throw the ball 50 times a game if he needs to.
Yeah,
and throw it accurate, throw it good, throw a nice ball as well. So they're a team to look out for as well. They have one of the smartest, youngest coaches in the NFL, and Sean McVay, who is still a really talented coach.
Yep.
And I think he can be coach of the year at one point as well. But
yep.
Just a whole lot of stress on that NFC West. Lot of scary teams, man. Whole lot of scary teams.
Glad my team is not in that division.
Glad we don't play them this year. But moving on to the next game. Raiders and the Steelers.
Like we said, Big Ben need to go.
Big Ben has to go.
He got to go.
It's time to go.
But Derek Carr, I like him this season. I'm kind of liking him more. I had to pick him up on my fantasy, so he's doing pretty good. He's starting off good, so.
I think people I think he understands and realizes that listen, this is a year I need to be good or I'm gonna get cut.
Mm-hmm.
But they gonna trade me.
But Derek Carr to me, he's never been the problem in for the Raiders.
He wasn't.
Their defense was just always bad, and then their team would just always collapse. They would always start off good, and then the whole team would just be very mediocre.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
And he still play, and he'd always play at an elite level, but people don't really to me, it was like he was in a Matthew Stafford situation. Stafford was very good and whatnot, but he was in Detroit.
Yeah.
Derek Carr is very good. He can be on if he was on a loaded roster with behind a good defense, behind good receivers and whatnot, he could be a Super Bowl caliber QB.
Yeah.
So it's just all depends on the situation and whatnot. But the Raiders, their defense, that was always just a question mark, and they've definitely answered it. these past 2 games. Hopefully, they can keep it up the whole season.
Do you think they can keep it up and they will be like Super Bowl contenders?
I really do. Well, I wouldn't say Super Bowl they can push for it, but the other teams ahead of them, man, they're just, to me, are 10 times better than them. But
I get it.
It's a step forward for them this year because their defense is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I agree. I listen. Their offense has played really well right now.
Yeah.
And I
They
think
improved.
Huh?
I'll say they improved.
Oh yeah, most definitely improved. Adding weapons like Josh Jacobs, who I don't even think played this week, but one of the, honestly, in my opinion, top 2 tight end in the NFL, and Darren Waller, man.
Darren Waller,
Darren Waller beast.
He's basically a receiver playing tight end. Like he can't guard.
He's big and he can go up and get any ball that you throw at him.
Exactly.
And so that team's very, very strong. Same with them though. Their running game to establish some type of play action because right now it's missing.
Yeah.
Nothing but good things to say about the Raiders just at this point, man. Just keep it up,
Oh yeah, hopefully.
Here's a shocking one for me. The Bears and the Bengals.
They got close.
Yeah, real close. That was a good game.
Did Justin Fields start this? Did he come on and start?
So Andy Dalton got hurt, and then and Fields had to come in. And the Bengals, they got it close. They got it. At first, it was a blowout, like 20-3.
For Bears?
No, Bears. And Burrow threw 3 picks, in the 3 continuous plays.
Yeah.
So, and they almost came back and had the game, but I don't know. Hopefully, Justin Fields, if he gets the start this week, he'll be very effective.
He's one as well that makes one read and then gets lost.
Yep. Yeah. Totally agree.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Man's like Dalton got his team up by 20 points.
Yeah, I was surprised too.
All right? So what are we saying about Joe Burrow? Is he the real deal?
He's the real deal?
Is he missing a couple years or something, or what?
He's the real deal to me because we gotta keep, because to me he looks how he was looking last year. Agreed. And he was having a great rookie year.
No, he's gonna win MVP.
Yeah, and then but the 3 interceptions to me, it was just a little rust for not playing, that second half of the season. Some other things that he needed to learn while in mid game. So to me, that's where them 3 interceptions came from. But he'll definitely clean it up. He'll have a very successful year. The Bengals, they might be they're going to be good enough, but I don't think they're going to be. There's so many good AFC teams that they're not going to. I don't think they'll be able to sneak into the playoffs.
Yeah,
even a wild card.
No, because their division is Steelers, Ravens, Bengals, and
there's too many good teams in AFC.
and Browns.
Yep. Browns. Yeah.
We'll talk about them in a second. We'll talk about that in 1 second. But I don't know. I like Joe. I really do. I like Joe because he went to LSU. I have to like him.
You have to.
He got to clean those picks up. And Justin Fields as well. I just saw his interception. He just threw it right at the opponent. Not good balls at all. But hopefully these guys can, these young guys can clean it up and have really good careers and good seasons for the rest.
Yep.
Next game, Cleveland and Houston. Ooh.
Houston's not as bad as people think.
Listen, Houston looked really good.
Yes.
Like week 1, they looked really good. Week 2, I think they didn't think they were going to be that good. So now they're like, okay, what do we need to do to keep this up? Or what do we need to do to make sure that we can look this good all the time? Because, hey, 1-1, almost beating the Browns. Listen, the Browns are the Browns. Let's be honest. It's the Browns.
Yes.
Wow. You know how I feel about the Browns. So.
How do you feel about the Browns? Remind us.
I thought we talked about it last time that The Browns is not a bad team. They not. You make them as this just terrible, just dog, excuse my language, team, and they not. So I don't know.
What happened to their star receivers? Like, what happened to
Injury, injuries,
Landry's hurt?
and Landry's not hurt.
He's not hurt. He played.
No, he just got hurt last game.
Oh, he got hurt during the game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like they just listen. I think the Browns' defense is good, like really good. They have really good defense. But
I
their
don't know about
offense,
that.
I mean, their offense is not putting up all the points.
They have a great run game and a great offensive line. So my thing is, if they keep on running the ball and doing that, it works perfectly for them. They can win football teams by strictly just running the ball because they have
saying
two great
when Baker starts to throw the ball, that's where it gets bad.
Yeah, that's when it gets horrible. Like, no offense to Baker.
Terrible.
Baker, I used to hate Baker, and I used to think he was terrible. He is a hothead, and I will say he's the type of QB that needs a good run game around.
Yeah,
you're not winning nothing if he's just step back passing the ball 40, 50 plus times. You're not winning the game.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Because a run game takes the pressure off offenses. Like you want for a perfect example, like with Carolina, McCaffrey takes pressure off the whole team.
Yep.
Because he's so good and because he gets the ball every other play.
Yep.
Like he is McCaffrey.
He's their go-to guy.
Oh no, he's more than that. He is their he's their team. He's
the whole team.
You know when they say there's no
all
I
the plays, everything run through him.
You know when they say there's no I in team, there's an I in McCaffrey, and he does a great job every time.
Yeah,
I can agree.
Browns, listen, can they be a fight for Super Bowl or a deep playoff run?
I wouldn't say Super Bowl, but I'll say playoffs.
Playoff, I'll say a deep playoff run.
Yeah, I give
only
deep
question
playoffs.
mark
I say they win round 1, they'll lose round 2.
Yeah. They could be a low seed that sneaks in.
Well, it depends.
Yeah.
Who they facing up first? So
it'll probably be like Miami or something.
Yeah. Next game though. I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints.
Ooh, let me get
7.
Let me get to this.
So let me talk first. Actually, let me talk first because it's
don't talk. Don't talk.
Let me go first.
All right. I'll let him. I'll hear him out.
So my New Orleans Saints right now.
Decent.
So I went to the game, and I have never seen a Saints offense like more dull.
So bad.
Can you let me finish? I've never seen a team just not know, just never get it going. You know what I mean? Like
right.
They from the jump, they just looked like they didn't work. They didn't want to play. Granted, they were down 8 coaches and 4 or 5 star players, but at the same time, that's just an excuse. There's no way they should get blown out and only score 7 points with the offense that we have. And honestly, Taysom Hill came on and came in the game a couple of times, and he looked great. Jameis Winston is the problem.
Yeah.
He's not that guy.
Yeah. So he's – hold on, wait. Can I say something?
I never – no. It's
funny when he had 5 touchdowns, Saints fans were, he's that guy. I like him.
Who said that? But who said that? Did I say that?
Show his true colors.
Did I say he was that guy?
So,
did I say that with my mouth?
Yes, you did. You said 5 touchdowns.
Elijah,
bragging about
look at
it.
the numbers for last week. He had 5 touchdowns, 128 yards.
Yeah,
honestly, it was good field position that led him to being good last week. I never said Jameis was that guy. And you can ask anybody I talked to. I never said that he was going to be that game proved that he was good. Ever said that?
Oh, okay.
Those were good field positions, touchdowns. But whenever the Carolina Panthers defense that looked really good put pressure on him and didn't allow him to think, he squirmed fast, and he just wasn't good. And so, that's all I got for that.
Okay.
Go ahead, Freddie.
All right. So, since I'm a fellow Panthers fan, right? And believe it or not, I don't agree with you saying that Jameis is not that guy. Because here's my thing. Here's my whole reasoning on it. The offensive line looked horrible. They have no receivers. They're like
Saints or Panthers?
what the Saints.
We had our offensive line look terrible.
Yeah, the offensive line they couldn't pick up the blitz. They couldn't and to me Jameis did not play well, but as a whole, the offense did not help him play to his caliber to play that good as well with him. They all played bad. It wasn't just Jameis. And I will say the Panthers, we had to do it to them because we kept losing every single year against the Saints. It'd always be 2 years in a row we'd lose. Kamara would have a good game, all that. So I'm happy how my Panthers looked, and I think the Panthers are an underrated team that can maybe possibly sneak into the 8th or 7th seed.
And I totally agree with him. And we had this talk about it on Davion in the group chat. I said the Panthers looking good, so they might make it to the playoffs. So,
okay, I do agree. Your defense looked really well.
Thank you.
They looked like their corners looked really good. Their blitzes looked really good. Saints just didn't wake up for work. If we're being honest, they didn't wake up ready to play. I think next week they will have a bounce back week. I really hope they do. Anyway, but
I got something to say.
But yeah,
can we point out the new quarterback that the Panthers got?
Sam Darnold.
Yes. Sam Darnold. Darnold. Here's my evaluation.
I think that's the piece y'all needed a little bit.
Yeah. Sam Darnold. People were always saying that why would they trade for Sam Darnold? Sam Darnold you can tell from the past 2 games he wasn't completely the problem with the Jets. The only concern I have, I need him to play against a good defense, and then I want to do my full evaluation on him after he plays a pretty solid defense. Even though New Orleans has a pretty good defense, I want him to keep it up.
We were out like 4 of our star defensive players.
Yeah, they wasn't there. They was gone.
So Sam Darnold, I believe he can put up some good numbers and have a good season. I need to see more against better defense to see how he reacts.
Hey, like I said, if it does happen, if the Panthers beat the Bucks, I don't know. I got the Panthers.
If they can possibly beat the Bucks, then that'll determine a lot of things. But I also think
they
the
play
Bucks
Houston this week though as well. They play Houston on Thursday.
Yeah, and Tyrod's hurt as well, so I feel like that game is not gonna move. Yeah, he pulled his hamstring. It was the touchdown run he had.
Yeah.
It was and then he didn't play the whole second half.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
So this rookie, David Mills or whatever, he's starting for them. So to me, I feel like the Panthers, they're going to harass him and get to him. The defense, and I feel like he's probably not going to have a good game because he's starting off against a really good defense. And he has to pick up everything and learn stuff right then and there. So I feel like it might be a blowout or something. So
it'll be something crazy. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, is that it? I don't want to abuse the Saints anymore. Is that it?
I already abused the Saints. I'm done.
I had to say my things because the week before I told him that the Panthers were gonna win. And
I told him too. You're not the only one. I told him that too.
Yeah.
Don't sit there and say I thought it was gonna be an easy game. Don't ever.
What were the words you used when I told you that the Panthers were gonna win?
I said F off. That's what I said.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me trashing your team or anything. That was just me telling you. I got nothing to say.
Okay.
And I called for a blowout too. That's funny.
It wasn't a blowout.
Yeah, it was close.
Just 19 points. Relax.
Yes. All they need is 2 more.
Anyways, next game. Vikings and the Cardinals. Ooh.
I can just say an offense. That's just an offensive game. Especially with the Cardinals. Don't get me wrong. Cardinals is a good team.
Really
their defense is not good though.
Yeah.
They're not
the best offense. Their offense got good. Yeah. Their defense, no. This is like their second game. A lot of teams score 30 points on them, right?
Yeah, they're not good. They're not good. They're not good enough to what they should be. There should be a really good defense. Kyler went for 400 passing yards,
again,
3 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions. That's his downfall again.
Yeah, that was the downfall.
But Vikings had a chance to win it late, and their kicker missed 2 field goals actually this game. So
wow,
pretty poor from him.
But the Vikings, to me, they're a good team. Like people are saying but they lost. To me, that the two teams they lost, they didn't lose to no like terrible football teams. Cincinnati's pretty decent,
yeah.
and then Cardinals are really good, and they kept it close with them.
They
got another
they
tough
should have won the game. Honestly, they had a kicker. They should have won the game.
Yeah,
it was over.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Elijah said, really offensive heavy. Defense for both of these teams look pretty terrible.
Yeah.
I need to clean that up. But other than that, these two teams, I personally don't think the Vikings are like that team to watch this season. I think they're like in the middle phase where it's like we've made some really deep playoff runs and we have like big names, but we can't really make it to the edge of where we need to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, so they're just a couple seasons off of being back to where they were, but I don't know. We'll see. Cardinals can go deep this season if Kyler can clean those interceptions up and their defense can start stepping up as well.
Yeah.
Because if they're gonna send Kyler out there and have him throw the ball, 36 plus times and run for his life, then it's gonna be a long season.
Yeah.
Yeah, but next game we're gonna talk about is what is it?
You know how I feel about that. Oh my gosh.
Oh, this game?
Yes.
You know this game? It's the
Falcons
and the Broncos.
need to just give up. Falcons is terrible. Oh my God.
Worst team in the league.
They are terrible.
Tampa Bay.
And I already know Brady will go. Yes. I already know. I already hear it coming from you, Davion. So go ahead.
But Brady is a GOAT.
He's a GOAT.
He is a GOAT. Like I will say, I used to hate Tom Brady growing up.
I still don't like him.
I did not like this man. But all the way dating back to the Super Bowl they played in against the Falcons, he's gained nothing but my respect. He is the greatest QB of all time. There's nobody even close to him.
He is so calm and poised and like good. Like I mean, just to say the words right. He's a good dang quarterback.
He
is great at his job, and it's insane to see, man. Like they put up 48 points. I know it's the Falcons, but this old man is still out here kicking these people up.
Throwing 5 touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken.
5
touchdowns, 276 yards. He's out here looking like Tom Brady from years ago. And it's like,
like we said in the last stream, it's just like it seems like he just get better every year.
He's like a fine wine, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. It's like he gets younger. He's all back to. It looks like
he would never get out his prime. Never.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say this again because I said it last time, but it's like how LeBron is so good, and it's like because they know how to do their jobs really well.
Yeah.
That's what Tom Brady is. He knows how to do his job well and does it well every single week in and week out. And I don't think like no team can beat them in the regular season. I think it's gonna have to wait till the playoffs for them to get beat.
I think that Rams game, that's gonna be.
They get a loss. I was about to say they might get a loss too.
They play the Rams. They play the Rams this week.
Yeah, they
sure. Really? Oh, I'm ready to see how the Rams defense step up against Tom Brady and Sean McVay. Sean McVay being the second time playing him. Like, is it second time? No, they played the anyway. Oh boy. Tampa Bay might do it again. Them and the Chiefs, man. I hear a lot of people saying Chiefs and Tampa Bay, going back and forth again.
I wouldn't say that.
I believe that, in my opinion.
I wouldn't agree. I wouldn't agree with that.
What'd you say, Freddie?
I completely agree with it because the main reason the Chiefs lost in the Super Bowl, their offensive line played terribly. And they fixed it up completely.
Oh yeah, no, their offensive line looks perfect.
Exactly. So that they had a loss to Ravens, to Baltimore. Okay, they have a good team, but
they lost by 1 point. It's fine.
Yeah, it was a good game. Yeah. But to mid-season to the playoffs, nobody's beating the Chiefs.
Absolutely,
they're a completely different team in the playoffs.
That's true.
And honestly, I hope like if the Chiefs can get their defense back, but they gave 36 points to Lamar Jackson.
Their run defense is bad.
Got to clean that up drastically. But yeah, we'll talk about that game in a second. But yeah, man, Tampa Bay, 48-25, man. That's oof.
Yeah, we knew that game.
It all goes to how their roster's built and their coaching is just not good. Not good at all.
Man, this next game, man. Tennessee Titans versus Seattle Seahawks. Derrick Henry.
Great game.
182 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns. After having a terrible week 1.
Yeah.
After having a terrible week 1.
Same with Ryan Tannehill.
They cleaned it up and they look good. They look like they're in mid-season form now.
Yeah.
After that week.
I love Derrick.
Russell Wilson as well, man. This game was a really good offensive game.
Was.
Seahawks defense is still missing some pieces.
I mean, they're not going to be back to what they were.
Yeah, how they used to be. Yeah, because
they won't get back there anytime soon.
I just think Tennessee's run game is just bro.
Yeah.
Like,
we've been knew that if they did it against Tom Brady against the Patriots back then, yeah, it's just they run game is just too strong.
Their pass offense isn't terrible either. They got AJ Brown, Julio Jones.
Yeah, but who do they
Henry
look forward to?
In the slot if you need them to, huh?
But who do they look forward to? Derrick Henry, right?
Yeah,
If you can't stop the run game, why try to switch it up?
I mean, because you can't just keep guessing. You can't just run it every time. Well, you can,
right?
To keep the defenses, guessing. You have to establish a play action.
Man, and them play actions, they were good last year. They're even better this year because of who he is.
Because now instead of just having to guard AJ Brown, you got Julio Jones over there.
Yeah, Julio.
And I know Julio is not great, and I know Julio is like not that guy who he used to be, but it's still the name on the jersey. You still have to guard him every single time.
Oh no, Julio's still Julio, bro.
He's still quick feet now.
It's just
let's not forget
his hands. His drops are really what are kind of getting the big question mark. But overall, the physical attributes, the speed, the size, everything. Julio is still running and being as physical as he was when he was.
He had 128 yards. Julio is. I take that back. Julio is
128 yards.
Julio is still, he still got his legs under him. I guess.
And he had a touchdown that got called back, which was a touchdown.
Hey man, if this offense gets clicking like this, it's gonna be a long season for the AFC.
Yep, I totally agree.
But yeah, Seattle just needs to. I don't know what Seattle needs. Russell Wilson still looks good.
That offense
for now. Hopefully he can stay like it, but for now,
that offensive line. That's what's really holding them back is because in the overtime period, the offensive line. They let out back-to-back pressures. And
I saw that, and I was like, "Listen, it's like so." It was like 1st and 10, and then he threw one like out of bounds, and 2nd and 10 he threw another one out of bounds, and I was like, "Oh, they're gonna mess it up, and they're gonna have to punt this ball." And as they did, and that's when they drastically just lost the game. But
yeah, exactly. You're putting the ball, and then they gave him short field position. You got Derrick Henry behind you. All you got to do is just give him the ball.
They got the ball like the 45, and then they just moved the ball for 15 yards, and it was over.
You just need Derrick. You just need Derrick Henry for two good plays, and you're in field goal range.
And it was over, and they lost that game just like that.
Yep.
And it's like you can't get this easy field position. You can't you can never get the ball back in overtime for one. End it right there, or at least get some points, which they didn't. And so it's like they gotta clean it up a little bit for them.
Yep, totally agree.
But yeah, one of the last games we got here. This garbage here. I'm so upset about even we have to talk about this. Cowboys.
Talk about your quarterback. Justin Herbert. That's your favorite quarterback. Talk about him. What's going on? What's going on with him?
I think like the coaching in LA.
Oh, so you're blaming the coaching?
I am. I'm not blaming.
Oh, okay. So you're not gonna blame Justin. Okay.
He has 2 interceptions just as bad. Yeah, I mean, but they were early in the game. They should have been able to capitalize off that. Well, one of them was in the first quarter and one of them was in the third quarter, but they shouldn't have lost. Well,
man, you gotta realize this. Like, we hate to say it, but the Cowboys are legit this year. Like,
Yeah, they got Dak back.
Dak looks great. The defense is much improved.
Yes.
Like, to me, like the Dallas, they're in that NFC East division. They're the team to beat.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree with that. I think they will make the playoffs because of that. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And they were going toe to toe with Tampa. That's what really impressed.
But that's week one.
That was a good game too.
That's still week one, but it was a good game. Yes, it was. It was week one as well. But for them to go toe to toe with Tampa, but then almost lose to the Chargers.
Chargers are a good football team.
Chargers got good defense too.
I love the Chargers. Don't act like that. But they just need to clean. Both teams need to clean it up, especially the Chargers. Yes. I think offensively they just need to utilize what they have. Come on, like Austin Eckler, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. Come on, like Jared Cook. I know Jared Cook's not going to get you 50 yards a game, but you got to utilize them on that third and 3 when you need an out route. You know what I mean? Like the Saints did last season.
Totally agree. Their offense has a bunch of good players.
And it's like you have to coach these guys well, or they're not going to succeed. But yeah, that's all I got for that game. Justin Herbert. He was my preseason MVP, but right now he's looking like a screw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got to clean those interceptions up, man. Next game, Chiefs and the Ravens. Chiefs lost 35 to 36.
That Ravens run game, man.
To Lamar. Hey. He's not all right, can we point this out? He's not a good quarterback now. Yeah, but he can give you them rushing yards at least. He can make up for those.
He had 16 carries, 107 yards with 2 rushing touchdowns. That's a quarterback.
I wouldn't say he's not a good QB because those 2 interceptions.
Lamar can't throw. Lamar can't throw.
Hear me out. Those 2 interceptions were awful. I will admit those were not good interceptions, but he still managed to, use what he had, because he doesn't have the best receiver. Like Marquise Brown, Sammy Watkins, they can both get missing in any given game.
I mean, I think the only reason they can get missing is because of their quarterback, though.
That's true. That's true. They have the threats. It's not like they don't.
I just wouldn't say all that. I just believe that Lamar, he's the type of QB that once you get him running and going and stuff, then that helps him get into a better rhythm and throwing the ball.
He's 100% a high tempo guy. He's like high tempo. Yeah.
Yes.
I think if you put him in a box, it's over fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, for him to have 170 rushing yards and 239 passing yards, he can be that guy.
It's not bad, but it can be better.
Yeah, I'm excited to see both of these teams. I mean, the Chiefs can make it to the Super Bowl in the next 10 years if they wanted to. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But the Ravens, Ravens are still kind of ghostly. Their running game, besides Lamar, is still like a question because they lost 3 of their starting running backs all at a time. And so, if they can clean it up and figure it out and get Lamar throwing the ball really well and establish a really good play action, oof.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, the way their offense is set up, like the run schemes and whatnot, just because of the simple fact that Lamar can take 50-yard, he can take it 50 yards to the house.
Oh yeah,
you can put almost any running back there, and he's still going to get what they need. They need the guy to get them 3 to 4 or 5 yards. That's what they don't need no guy that gets the home run touchdown every time. They got Lamar for that.
Yeah.
So they can get someone that can just get them 3 couple yards each play. Then that's all they need.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
well, enough of the Ravens.
Lamar just threw the ball into like a crowd of like.
Let's talk about the Chiefs.
I'm not. Yeah, they're fine.
Pat Mahomes. Yeah.
I don't think they have any question marks beside their.
Yeah, no question marks for them.
The Chiefs, man.
They're one of the best offense? Question mark.
Yes.
Okay.
I think their receivers are like kind of unknown.
Somewhat, yes. I can agree with that.
Because Tyreek had 14 receiving yards. Oof, that's not good. You gotta get more involved. There's no question mark. I think their running game needs to be better. if anything. Their
A
running
lot
game needs to be
better.
better, and their defense needs to be better as well. I know that they got 2 picks off Lamar, but for them to still give up 36 points is poor.
That's terrible. That's
So, yeah,
terrible.
they got to clean that up and get better with that. Other than that, Chiefs are still a team that, might be a Super Bowl.
I just think the Chiefs, they get too pass happy. That's their only problem.
Oh, yeah. I
don't
completely
stick,
agree.
They don't stick to the basics, just turn around, hand the ball to Clyde. Even though sometimes it won't work, they need to just keep it going because them with a actual run game is scary.
Oh, my goodness. What?
It's scary.
Imagine
You're
them
not gonna
establishing a play action. A good one,
God.
though. Oh.
Mm-hmm. So that's my thing. So they just need to stop. They need to just stick to, even if the run is not working and, you have Patrick Mahomes, still continue to keep running the ball. Plus, you can get your receivers more open. Plus, you can protect your quarterback from passing so much and then constantly might have to get some hits every once in a while. So if they can get that running game going and stuff, they're unstoppable. No one's stopping their offense.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, their offense is almost still unstoppable. Them putting up 35 points, honestly.
But I was just saying. But
Completely
even more
agree.
points.
Yeah, they can be a team. Listen, if they can unlock the rest of their potential, they can be a good team for the foreseeable future.
Most definitely.
But last game we're gonna talk about, and I'm gonna talk real quick before Elijah does.
My man looking good.
Jared Goff, man, he's looking good in a Lions uniform.
I got something to say real quick. Like we talked about earlier, it's the Lions.
Hey, yeah.
It's never the quarterback. It's the Lions. Okay?
I agree.
The Lions, yep.
I completely agree.
Yep,
I mean, he looks good. He does.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say. I mean, yeah.
I'm not saying he looks great, but he looks good enough to win a football game.
It's still. I was gonna say he still make the game look good. He made the Lions not look good, but he still pretty much,
He made them look like, okay, we're a football team that is presentable to the field. I mean, week 1 they looked really good, but they still lost. They still look good.
They almost won.
But yeah, they went up 17-10 going into half into this game, and then they
Rodgers.
And then the Packers adjusted really well.
MVP Rodgers.
And they I don't know about MVP. Not after that week.
He is MVP, but
not after week 1.
He won MVP last year. Yeah, right.
I'm just saying, not after week
1.
Not
okay, and we can say for the Saints. Saints didn't look good week 2. Right.
100% agree.
Okay.
Which you not have nothing to complain about. I mean, we lost. It's a L.
Okay, it's an L.
Right. You lost the L too.
Yeah, but that was just the first. That was the first game,
Against my Saints.
After all the accusations and all that, people were talking about where Rodgers want to go. He had to just get back to his form.
Leave, and
he had to get back to his form.
Whatever.
And you see, he did good this game, right? 4 touchdowns.
Anyways, Freddie, how do you feel about Rodgers in this game right here?
So Rodgers, I have a love-hate with him, to be honest, because to me, I just didn't like it was kind of wishy-washy with the goal. Like the offseason to me kind of still has a bad taste in my mouth, especially since how he played week 1. It wasn't very good or whatever. And you thought, okay, maybe the Saints were like a top team or whatever. And the Saints is not even the case. And to me, what if he was doing that against the Saints? What would happen if he went against Tampa or other equally the Rams and other good teams in the NFC in the playoffs? I just don't think they have enough to get it done to get to a Super Bowl. They're going to win the division and be in the playoffs, but I don't think they have enough to get over the hump.
Well, we'll find that out this season because the Packers going up against a lot of good teams this year.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
I got to comment real quick. I just watched a couple of throws from Rodgers, man. That man can throw the ball better than almost anybody in this league has ever seen before.
Yes, 100%.
I do think. Listen, I think week 1 was he just had it was just week 1. I think
it was just
week
bad.
1 in NFL, he just had a bad game. And he's 36, 37 years old still. I think it's something that you should be afraid of. I think 35 points on the line, that's really good. It's a division game, so it's not going to be easy from the jump. But at the same time, it's I don't know. He got Aaron Jones going.
Devontae Adams going.
It's Rodgers.
You know who's a running back that I feel like we should play him more, like
AJ
more AJ Dillon. Thank you. Correct. I feel like we should play him more on running plays because to me, I really like him. He's like a good, talented running back. We just don't play him enough more because we got Aaron Jones. But I see he has the potential to be. Yeah. I see he has the potential to be like one of the top running backs.
Well, he was going to leave. Well, he was playing well because it's off season because he thought Aaron Jones was going to leave because he was going to turn into the number one running back. But then Aaron Jones signed back, and so he was like, I'll stay. But now it's like, he doesn't really get the ball that much. But at the same time,
and he should.
At the same time, it's like you have Aaron Jones still, man. It's fine. You have Aaron Rodgers throwing the football as well, so it's like not much to complain about. I think they can make it far in the playoffs. It's Aaron Rodgers, one of the best throwers of the football of all time. But yeah, that's all I got for that game.
Yeah.
And one more thing to add to the Packers. To me, another question mark is the defense. Like,
thank you.
Yeah.
Oh
that's a big question mark is the defense because
I didn't even want to talk about that.
The Lions they're decent or whatever, but it's still the Lions. You're letting them throw all over you, throw 50-yard completions and whatnot,
and get 17 in the first quarter first half as well.
Our defense need a lot of stepping up to do.
Exactly. Like I said, against Tampa Bay, the offense like Tampa Bay or the Cowboys or the Rams, those offenses are going to eat that defense a lot.
Oh, they are. Trust me. They are. I agree with you.
So that's another big question mark. But, hopefully Rodgers, I think Rodgers he's going to go up from here. It's just week one, first game back or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
he bounced back. He'll bounce back.
But yeah, we're gonna quickly because I know this episode's already like an hour and 15 long, I think.
Go through round 3.
But no, yeah, we're gonna do week 3 real quick. Just predictions. Panthers and Texans.
Panthers. Is it just the win or losses, or is it the score as well?
You can score if you want.
Okay, well, I think I give the Panthers probably 31-3.
Whoa, big push. Big push. Hell no.
Against the Texans?
No.
31-3?
No.
Yeah.
Texans not that bad.
They're not that bad, but it's a whole new QB, and he's a rookie.
I say this. It'll be a close game. I'll probably say 21-28.
Okay.
I don't think it'll be that close. I think it'll be 28-14.
Okay. I mean,
I'll take that too. I'll take those.
I understand both scores.
About to blow them out, wasn't it?
I don't think about a blowout now, right?
That makes it 31-3. Jeez.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't think
it's just the rookie.
Defense is, well, they just
that's a bias statement right there.
Well, they just shut the Saints to 7 points, so it's
possible.
Yeah.
And to me, it's just if they had Tyrod Taylor, it wouldn't be like that. It'd be a lot closer. But that rookie QB first career start against the Carolina Panthers, I don't think so. That's how I see it.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
You're right on that.
But yeah, next game, Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. I got Tennessee. They'll win that game. I have Tennessee to like 24. It'll be a close one.
Okay.
I got Colts.
Colts?
I'm be different, y'all too. I got Colts.
Different, hilarious.
I feel like their defense will pick it up.
Yeah.
Well,
it'll be a close game. Don't get me wrong. My score prediction will probably be, I'll say 21-17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have the Titans winning, and I think I'll have them, because Carson Wentz, he sprained both of his ankles. I don't know how you do that, but I think it'll be probably Titans. It'll probably be 21-7, something like that. Not too high scoring, not too. So Yeah.
agree with that.
Next game. Where we at? Oh, trash. Falcons and the Giants. I got the Giants winning.
I got the
Big.
Giants. I
I
got
like
my
the Giants.
NY. I got
I like
the
the Giants. I do like the Giants.
I
think
like
they
Giants
shouldn't
too.
be. I don't think they should
Yeah.
be 0-2 right now. I think they could have won another game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna win that game. I got Giants.
Yeah.
I got Giants.
Yep. I got the Giants too. It'll probably the Giants are against. Wait, who are they against again? I'm sorry.
Falcons.
Falcons. Oh yeah, it's probably gonna be 35 to about 20. 35-20.
I agree. I agree.
You know, I think Daniel Jones gonna come out throwing touchdowns, running touchdowns. Saquon will get a touchdown. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
And Falcons, their defense is bad, and their offense is just as bad, and their coaching's even worse.
Matt Ryan.
I don't think it's Matt though. It can't be Matt. Look at his numbers these past couple of years. It can't be Matt Ryan. It can't. There's no way.
That defense is horrible.
I can't let him take all the blame. I don't know. There's no way.
He's not taking all the blame, but he's in that blame. He's in that category.
Oh yeah, no. You blame them for
they're
sure,
bad together.
Yeah. That Super Bowl hurt them.
Yeah, they still hurting too.
They ain't never recovered.
Nope. Never.
Yeah, but
that was bad.
Next game, Chargers Chiefs. Oh my!
Oh, that's a good game.
They're gonna
Chiefs, right? Chiefs.
Chiefs. It's gonna be 24-21.
It's gonna be it's gonna be. They're gonna stop them. I think Chargers stop them on a couple plays. Yeah, 24. I got you.
Yep. Division game. You know, who's? Where's it at?
It's at Kansas City.
It depends who's home.
Kansas City. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's a high score. No, put that 24 up to like 30 or something.
I'll say probably 35-21.
Yeah, I was about to say because in their home they go crazy and they fans. They fans.
I can see it going either way.
Kansas got the best fan base. They toss it, but they good. But they good. They toss it, but they are good.
Saints fan base is pretty good too, though.
Who?
Saints. Steelers and the Bengals.
Anyways, who?
Steelers and the Bengals.
Steelers. Steelers are always going to beat the Bengals in their division.
Steelers at home.
Steelers always going to beat Bengals in the division in their division. So
hear me out on this.
This could be a good debate. Yeah, this could be.
I think the Bengals are going to take it because they're, to me, like, I kind of trust their offense more than I trust Pittsburgh's offense, in my opinion.
Agreed.
And then on defense, the Steelers, I think T.J. Watt might not be playing. That's a huge loss. Like, T.J. Watt not on your defense, that's going to make it a lot easier for Joe Burrow and his offense, not having to worry about him. So the defense is still going to be pretty good. But I just think the Bengals are going to run away with that game probably. I don't know, probably 21. It's going to be close. Probably around 21-14.
21-14. No.
Because the Steelers game, they haven't been high scoring at all. The defense.
I think their offense is slowing to score. Right? I mean,
it's because of their quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, we know.
But I'll say I agree with you, 21-14. But I would say Steelers.
Yeah. I actually haven't answered the question. I like Joe Burrow, but I also Steelers at home. Bengals. They just lost at home. Steelers just lost at home. I'm going Bengals.
I do like the Bengals running back. You know I like Joe Mixon.
Yeah. Browns, Bears. Browns. I'm just not even gonna say
it. Browns, Bears. Browns, Bears. Ooh, and Justin Fields might be starting. I feel like it's going to be a tough game for his first game.
Yeah, so he's going to have a struggle. He's going to struggle.
It's going to be Browns, Bears. Browns over the Bears, probably.
Yeah.
We'll say 35-20. It's not going to be 35.
24. I give them 24. I give the Bears 24.
I think they're going to be slow getting it started, start the game. You know, and after the end, they're going to get a few garbage time touchdowns.
Yeah. This is going to be a funny one. Ravens and the Lions.
Ravens. Lamar finna run through them.
He
finna run through them. Give him 89 yards.
Already, off rip. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my gosh.
Here, you know what? Y'all going to be like, what? But
You
I
finna
just
say
think
Lions?
and no. That's gonna be the Ravens, but I think they'll put up 40 on them. I'm calling it.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna put up. It's already gonna be 42 to 21 to 28. I feel like they'll
good day
give
for fantasy. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
You said what?
It'll be a good day for fantasy.
Oh yeah,
Somebody
definitely.
put Lamar for their starter quarterback. Oh my gosh. I'm
We
telling
love
you.
it.
It's gonna be a good one here. Saints and the Patriots.
If the Saints get their defensive players back, I think they'll harass Mack Jones all day.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the game when Mack Jones is going to show him being a rookie.
I was about to say, if he can prove himself on this game, then I got the Patriots going all the way. But
wow.
I would say not all the way, but they make it to the
No, they're just
playoffs.
beating the Saints. That's still disrespectful.
But
I think they're going to the playoffs as well.
I'm not gonna be biased. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I got the Saints.
Oh, good.
You know how I'm usually is, but
Yeah, just a Saints hater.
I'm not going. No, I don't hate because you diss on my team. I diss on your team.
I don't diss on your team. I don't. You just anti-Saints. It's honestly
not anti-Saints. Anti favorite teams you like because I don't like
any
Chelsea.
favorite team I like. Yeah, good point.
I will say I don't like the Saints either.
So,
I will say that.
Oh my god.
Well, I can't say I don't like the Saints. I actually like playing with them on Madden. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, whatever. Okay. Next game.
But Saints, I got Saints.
Yeah, I got the Saints beating the Patriots. I think the defense is gonna show heavy this game. I think James is gonna get taken out this game. I hope he does anyway.
You want Taysom? You rather have Taysom Hill?
Listen, watching the game last season. Last Sunday, we had no creativity until Taysom got into the game.
I think they need to put him in his role when Drew Brees was there. They need to put him in that fullback H-back and just do those plays.
I agree, but that just won't happen. That just doesn't happen.
They don't got Brees to do that.
I don't know why, and because we're not even getting Al Kamara introduced into the game. So it's I don't know what we're doing, and we need to fix it. We look so dull and just not creative, and it's I've never seen the Saints look that bad in my life. But yeah, that's my soapbox. Cardinals and the Jaguars.
That's a joke. Oh, Cardinals, high scoring game, 40. I give them 40.
I think it will be a high scoring game.
That's probably 13.
Both of these defenses aren't good. Both of them don't look good. So
I think Cardinal defense will show up against the Jaguars.
Cardinals will win though. I think because they're experienced, they will know how to read Trevor Lawrence. And, it'll be another L for Jacksonville.
Yeah, that's another high-scoring game. Another game for Kyler Murray to get, at least 300. I give him 300 yards.
Yeah, he'll get 300 easily.
Yep. Cardinal. I have the Cardinals as well. Rookie QB. He has a tough stretch of games he played. He's gonna have another bad game.
It's gonna be a rough one for him, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's a rough start to his career.
At least he got a bad wife. Yeah. At least you bad.
Yeah.
Bills in Washington. Bills.
You said Bills or Washington? Bills. But it won't be a high-scoring game. I'll say that.
I think it will. I think they'll play.
I think Heineke will struggle.
Yeah, the Bills' defense has been better, a lot better.
So, I think it'll be definitely Bills.
They'll probably leave them on 7 or 14, I'll say that. I give Washington 2 touchdowns.
They'll score. They'll score.
They'll get 2 touchdowns. I give them that. But Bills, I'll probably say Bills 21. I'll say 21-14 for that, Bills. No, not even 21. 28. I'm sorry, 28. I'll give them
it'll be touchdown. I think it's Bills at home as well. I think it'll be over fast.
28-14.
Yeah. But Jets, Broncos,
man. They look good.
Teddy looked good. So
Teddy, he looks good. The defense looks good. Everything looks good. Broncos definitely.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson's gonna have another Zach Wilson game.
Because their corners for Broncos look good. So it will be another Zach Wilson game.
That was a funny one.
Raiders, Dolphins. Raiders are gonna start.
Raiders
start their season off 3-0 this year, huh?
Yep.
Seattle Vikings. Seattle.
Seattle. Yeah.
I know Vikings are being at home, but Seattle looks like they're in a better spot than the Vikings do. So,
Yep.
It's gonna be probably game of the week right here. Rams, Broncos. Buccaneers.
Rams. I'm going Rams. I'm
going
sorry.
Rams as well.
I'm going Rams.
But you know, they always say don't count the goat out. So I wouldn't be surprised if they.
I'm not counting him out.
Listen, we're saying Rams,
but I'm always going against Brady. I'm sorry. I'm always going to go against Brady's. I'm sorry.
Tom could easily win this game.
Yeah.
They
I'm not taking that down from him. I'm not taking that from him.
But yeah, I'm going Rams.
But I will always go for the opposite team.
I wouldn't say that. It depends on if they play.
Well, it depends. Yeah, I was about to say it does depend who they're playing. But yeah, opposite team.
Packers, Niners.
I got Packers. Even though we do bad against the Niners, I'm still going with
y'all do.
Who's home? We home.
Niners are home. Niners are home.
Niners are home?
Yeah.
Yeah, we doing bad. We doing bad. Rodgers do not do good in LA. Cali in general, he do not do good.
That's crazy. And that's where he's from too.
And that's exactly.
That's what
you would think he'd do good,
to.
but he don't. I'm still going with my Packers. You know, that's my favorite team.
Yeah. Who you going with, Freddie?
I got 49ers.
Yeah,
definitely.
I do.
Better, a great defense, a pretty creative offense. You know.
Yeah. Yes, so, they have been better.
Yeah, and I think this game is when they're going to get George Kittle going, and he's going to have a monster game.
Yeah, I agree. Because he's a big, strong, scary dude.
Yeah.
Who plays really well. But yeah, next final game of the week, Cowboys Eagles.
I like Cowboys this year.
I got
Cowboys.
I got Cowboys.
I got Cowboys.
That's the Eagles are pretty good though. I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles.
Listen,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think the Eagles defense will pick off Dak twice.
Whoa.
Really?
Yes.
Whoa. Really?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I got Cowboys.
Yeah, I got the Cowboys.
Philly.
I don't know, bro. Because I feel like this is gonna be a Zeke game. Zeke might have a very good game.
I'm sick of him.
He's sick of Zeke. Don't even bring up Zeke around this dude.
What's wrong with Zeke?
He's like
he do not like Zeke at all.
They get paid or like they get to this certain point in their career and it all goes downhill.
You feel like Zeke a bum?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't call him a bum.
You feel like he washed?
He is washed. Yes, I do think he's washed.
I wouldn't say washed. I wouldn't necessarily say washed. It's just they have such a great passing attack. So and he does. In this last week, he did pretty good with when he did pretty good this past game. He had almost 100 yards, touchdown.
Yeah, I guess. Whatever.
You're a hater.
I'm kidding. But yeah, I mean, their team listen, Dallas, don't get me wrong, Dak looks really good. So it could go either way. I honestly don't care. But hey man, I really appreciate y'all for real, man, for coming on today.
No problem.
This was fun for sure. Freddie, we gotta keep you coming back on. Elijah, you know this is home to you, big boy.
Yeah.
Oh, most definitely, bro.
Yeah, bro. This is so much fun, man. Love just chatting up with y'all about sports like we always used to.
I know all the debates.
All the debates that we've had in our life, man. It's always been love for me, bro.
Man, I remember in class it used to be like we was Skip Bayless and
Shannon Sharp, bro.
Shannon Sharp,
bro. I promise you, man. Always.
You know, nothing wrong with just chopping up about football.
Absolutely not, man. Every Tuesday on the post game, man, we will have it every Tuesday. Appreciate y'all fans for listening. I've been your host, Davion.
I'm Eli.
All right, I'm Freddie.
And y'all take it easy, man. Peace.